Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. Please donate to the channel, $20, $100. I'm going through financial trouble. Do energy drinks give you energy? There's a doctor on here who opened my eyes. Energy drinks do not give you energy. And the way she explained it, I imagine it like this. Yeah, it doesn't actually give you energy. What it does is supposed to suppress your tiredness. So I imagine it like this. There's two buckets. There's a bucket of energy that you have and a bucket of tiredness that you have. They're all in one body. And the energy drink is supposed to suppress your tiredness bucket so that you don't realize that you have the tiredness, which then promotes the energy that you already have in your body. Here's the thing. While it is suppressing the tiredness, you are using up your energy bucket, right? What happens when you use up energy? It fills up your tiredness bucket. So, while the tiredness is being suppressed, it is filling up and up and up and up. So when the energy drink leaves and the suppression is taken away, then you have the big crash. That's why you literally feel worse than when you started. Now there's some people who have a problem with caffeine. I'm one of them. And apparently it is not an uncommon thing. It's a very common thing. So what is happening is caffeine is a specific molecule. And certain people in the population do not, it's not that they don't have the receptors don't necessarily accept caffeine. So you have receptors in your body for a whole host of things, including marijuana. If you are one of the people like me and caffeine happens by and it's sort of like, hi, how you doing? Can I come in? And the receptor goes, not today. But it's more like literally not today, maybe tomorrow. The medical terminology is that it's not sticky. So the caffeine comes to the receptor and the receptor may or may not take it. But you could the very next day drink a whatever and you are wide awake for 3 days. It's not that they don't accept the caffeine, it's just that caffeine isn't sticky for that receptor in those people. So what's the answer is as to energy? It is the tribunal. Eat proper food, no junk food. And I absolutely do not mean plant-based food. We do not process plants. There's a whole bunch of propaganda talking about, plants is so much more nutritious than meat. That is a flat out lie. We're not cows. We have a 1% for raw plants. We have a 1% bioavailability with plants. If you eat spinach, all of the nutritional data on spinach, you're going to get 1% of that if it's raw. If it's cooked, that goes up to 3%, 2 or 3%. So if it's cooked, it's much better than if it is raw. And that is why raw vegans look horrible immediately, because they're not getting the nutrition. You want to eat properly. That is real food. That is real grass-fed beef. No carbs. You produce carbs from protein. Did you know that? Your body produces carbs. Anything that your body produces means you do not need to intake it. So you don't need carbs. It's a complete lie that it is one of the bases of nutrition. It is not. You could ostensibly survive on meat. If the meat is grass-fed liver, you literally could survive on that every single meal. Anyway, grass-fed liver has like 1,000 nutrients in it, 1,000 vitamins and minerals in it. So it's amazing. People don't like it, and people used to eat it, and this is why all of these people are dying at 100, 110, 120, because we used to eat organ meat as a American diet. In the effort to make the American diet more affordable, the Secretary of Health transitioned the American diet to corn, which meant that they introduced more plants into the diet. Plants are easily raisable. You can have 1 million acres of some plant. So you could feed the entire nation on pennies. And we're talking about way back in the day. So what was it? The 40s and 50s, I think the transition was. And so then it went from a very expensive, or relatively speaking, organ meat and lots of meat, which is you have to feed the cows plants, and then you have to harvest the cow and then process the cow and then transport the cow. You have to do all that with plants, but you have to, the plant, once you harvest, it goes grow, harvest. It doesn't grow, harvest, feed it to a cow, and then all that sort of stuff, right? So it's much cheaper to feed a person on plants than it is with meat. So our diet became corn-based and plant-based and carbohydrate-based. I guess that means it's time for me to go. A good diet, exercise, and good sleep. 7 or 9 hours, depending on how you function. 8 hours is not the perfect ideal for humans. It's 7 or 9. It's based on the person. Some people should only sleep 7 hours. Some people should sleep 9 hours. It's based on the person. Same thing. Medicine is not a cookie cutter thing, right? Every human is different. So 7 or 9 hours. You have to figure out what is best for you. You should go on vacation and have your wife or girlfriend or somebody time your sleep for you. So you don't worry about the time. They time when you actually fall asleep and time when you actually wake up. And over the course of a week, you can figure out, hey, I slept 7 hours naturally every night. And I say go on vacation because then you don't have an alarm clock telling you when to wake up. If you figure out that you are 7 or 9 hours, you should then go to bed 7 or 9 hours beforehand, and you will then wake up naturally and you will be refreshed. And with the food that you ate, and make sure you eat 4 hours before you go to sleep, so that you're going to have like 12 to 13 hours to digest that food, so that when you wake up, you will already be in, it's not ketosis, it's whatever it is when you don't eat for 12 hours. It's a thing that kicks in and it makes you thinner naturally. Your body, the natural human state is for the body is to be a thin person. There's no such thing as a natural fat person. But the sleep plus the good food and the exercising will make you have the energy of a child all the time. The reason that we go to work and we're tired at work or tired on Monday is we don't have those 3 things. It's not that you don't get enough, whatever. It is you're not doing it properly. So there you go. Easy pickings. I hope this has been helpful for you. That's the only thing why I ever make a video. Thank you.